With the case statement, we can check a value here. The value can be a variable, an expression, a comma substitution, whatever, to some patterns. The first pattern that matches the value that we have here will do that this block of sentences run. The block is until we find until we put a double semicolon here, and then the control will go to the end of the case statement. The next sentences that will run will be the sentence following the case statement. It's also similar to other programming languages, and so the simplest way of doing this is with, for example, option. It's very useful for menu, for example. Option one can put here option, and then if this is a one, it will match this sentence. First option, and this will be the second option, and this is the default option. We will see later why do we have an asterisk here, and this is optional. We can remove the default option. It's not necessary for the case. So I think I call default. Okay. So if I run this script, okay, first option. If I put a 2 here, this will be the second option, and so on. Remember that here we can put a pattern, not only a number. This could be also a string. For example, this could be option 1. Remember to put quotes here. If not, it will raise a syntax error. So here, first option. But I also can have patterns. So for example, I could, if I have here a 1, option 1 with no spaces, I could use here the globe patterns. For example, the interrogant, this will be the first option, and if it had 2 digits, will be the second option. So in this case, this is the first option, because I'm going to print this here. Option, just to see this in the console. Okay, the option 1, this will be the first option because it matches this one, but if I put here 2 digits, for example 99, this will match the second option, and it will match only the first one. So for example, in this case, we have the same pattern for the both branches of the case. Only the first pattern will run. No, sorry, this is the default option. In this case, only the first option will run. And I could also use asterisk here, taking account that in this case, for example, if I want to have a space here, I will need quotes, but the interrogant should be outside of the quotes. Okay, here, this will be the correct way of doing this. For example, option 9, this is the first option. Option 22 is the second option. And I can also use the asterisk. So if I put an asterisk, it will be everything following option and a space and followed by whatever thing here. So for example, this will be the first option because I have an asterisk, and this matches the asterisk. And something that is used often here is, for example, the vertical bar. The vertical bar will match, I will use numbers here, 1, 2, 3. This will match either 1, 2, 3, or whatever we put here. So for example, if I put option 3, I could use a 4 here, for example. This will be the first option, but if I have a 4, in this case, I don't need quotes here. This will be the second option. And I can also use for example, the 1 to 5 for a set of characters between 1 to 5, or for example, I could use A to D. This will be the second option. In this case, this will be the first option. If I have a D here, this would be the second option. A B will be the second option, and if I have an H, for example, this will be the default option. So this is the case. It's similar to other programming languages. I can have here patterns, use complex patterns. For example, I can mix. I can use 1 to 5 or a B, C, for example, a B, C, D, E. No, for example, A to G, and for example, here A to A. I can do this, for example, for 1 to 5 or A to E. I can mix patterns. I can use asterisk. When an asterisk here will catch all the options, will be equivalent to the default. So I have here the patterns, an expression here, the patterns, and a block of sentences. Only one of the blocks will be executed, maybe none of them, and then it will continue. It will jump to the next sentence after the case statement.